There's always something special about cooking and eating outdoors. I'm Matt Shropshire and I'm the captain of the British barbecue team. We barbecue all over the world and I never cease to be amazed at the amount of people that enjoy simple, tasty food that's cooked outdoors. Nothing entices customers like the irresistible smell and taste of hot, spit roasted pork. Today we're going to show you how a professional run hog roast will drive footfall into your business, give your customers a great eating experience and be a profitable event for you.
Today I want to show you two methods of preparing a hog roast. The flatbed method and also the most common method, which is the spit roast. Once you get the spit roast delivered, it's important to find out actually where you're going to position the machine. This machine gets very, very hot in cooking and it's cooking for anywhere between 5 and maybe 8 hours. So it's important the positioning, that we don't get it put into a flow where these customers, especially children, and also we don't want to position it next to a fence or a shed or some heavy bushes. Several points to look at before we start cooking on the machine. Make sure that we've got the right equipment before we start. So when the machine turns up, have we got the drip trays, the serving trays, and the nuts and bolts that will actually help us attach the pig to the spit itself. And it's important for health and safety reasons that we don't cook with this gas bottle too close. So it's always advisable to move that out of the way. The major important thing about the machine when it's delivered is, has it come in a good working and hygienic, clean state? The machine is actually going to be the focal point of this hog roasting day. All your customers are going to be seeing this as soon as they walk in, so it needs to be clean. The last thing we want to do is put the customer off by the sight of a dirty machine. Now let's look at the pig we're going to prepare for the hog roast. The pig's been delivered, so it's just checking what we've actually specified from the butcher. We didn't specify a suckling pig because that of course is a little pig, and we're looking for the portions from this pig to cook on the spit roast. So it's a full-grown pig, probably over the age of 6 months old. What are we looking for? A nice clean pig, no slash marks or incisions. We're looking for the health stamp and we're looking for the slap mark. It's also important to see if there's any hair and that we actually remove these, because it's actually the crackly that we need to keep. So what we're looking at now is to remove any of the extremities that will catch and burn during cooking or will actually hinder the spit going round. So we're going to remove the tail, just cutting through the joint, and then we're going to take off the feet, taking a nice square cut across both and then saw right the way through them both. Now let's look at removing the head, and the easiest way of doing that is actually cutting right behind the back of the ears, and we need a nice clean cut right the way through and then actually working through the bone, cut right the way through and off comes the head nice and clean. Now that we've removed the head, the feet and the tail, it's a point now where we can actually check the inside of the pig just to make sure it's nice and clean. This is where you might need a little bit of assistance to actually turn the pig over. Thank you. We just checked to see the inside of the pig. It's nice and clean, very fresh. Kidneys are attached to this one, so that's no problem, but if they are loose, it's advisable to take them out. So now we've got a nice clean pig. Now we're ready for actually scoring the pig as you would a pork joint. We're going to use a safety knife rather than the butcher's knife because I can actually set a depth of the blade, and it's important because we don't want to score too deep into the flesh. This will be scored right the way around the pig carcass. Now the pig has been scored, our final little process before actually laying it onto the spit pole is we're going to inject the larger muscles of the ham and the shoulder with a standard normal apple juice. It's in a normal syringe that can be bought from your local catering supplies. Inserting the injection in and moving around with light pressure, pushing the juice into those muscles. This will actually assist with adding some flavour and also keeping in some moisture through the cooking period. Now we need to push the double spikes through the inside of the pig, either side of the vertebrae or backbone, and then we push those through, one in the lumbar section and then one through into the rib section. Now we need to put the retaining bracket over the spikes, and now we're going to push our little washers that hold that clamp down right the way home onto the bracket, so that these brackets don't move during cooking. And now it's just a matter of inserting the split pole through the fore end of the carcass and matching up with the centre holes of our two brackets we've put through the loin area. And now we can actually now insert the two external clamps for securing the pig. It's then getting the spanners and just tightening these up so that there is no movement during cooking. So if we're just going to slip this into the grooves of the machine. And now that's in position, what we need to do now is just fire the gas up, turning on the two burners and igniting. And now gas burners are on. It's a matter of switching the rotisserie on, putting the lid down, and according to the size of the pig, we'll be checking in around 3.5 to 4 hours time. Now I'm going to show you how to prepare the pig for a flatbed oven. We have a hog here weighing around about 130 pounds in weight, and we've actually got the butcher to split down the centre of the backbone, but without going through to the other side. And this has actually opened the pig up because it's going to lie this side down onto the flatbed of the cooker. We've checked and specified that there'd be no discoloured meat, any excessive glands. We've injected it with a standard apple juice, and now we're going to turn this over so I can start scoring the outer surface. And then what we're going to do is just remove the ears, because these are the first things that are going to catch during cooking. And now our pig is ready to lay onto the flatbed hog roaster. And that's the lid down, and now according to the weight, we're probably going to cook for about 6 or 7 hours, but we'll come back and check this in 3 or 4 hours time.
Promotions are really important when holding a hog roast. It's the only way you get to send the message out and to really get the reputation of the business up. One way is to download the poster that's on the DVD. By putting these posters all the way around your pub, it's sending out a clear message of the time, the date, and obviously the actual event that's being held. A great way of getting the message out to customers is to download the press release, to fill in the details, and then obviously to send it to your local press for them to put it into the newspapers to get the message out to a wider audience. Word of mouth is a great way of getting the message out about your hog roast. Using your staff to tell the customers about the event will add to the event's success. And finally, the best advertisement for your hog roast is you. The more motivated you are, the more effort you put into your hog roast, the better the results. If you can get out to your customers, if you can advertise and get your staff involved, you'll find that the event will just flow and you'll have a great time. Okay, Viv, let's have a look at the pig.
Oh, she's looking good. So that's been in there about 4.5 to 5 hours.
What are you using there? Temperature probe, yeah?
Yeah, temperature probe, and I'm going into the core of the thickest parts of the muscle. And this reading in the ham is 68 degrees centigrade. So we're almost there. We're looking for 70, 73.
You happy with the crackling?
Yeah, it's coming on well. So the pig's looking good. So I think another 20 minutes and this pig will be ready for carving.
Okay, while that's cooking, let me take you over there and show you some fantastic sides to go with our hog roast. Okay, once your hog roast is cooked, what you want to do is use some quality bread rolls. What we've got here is some ciabatta bread, some soft white rolls, and some rustic rolls. We've also got some mixed bean salad, some chopped tomatoes with red onion, a homemade apple chutney, and we've got some farm shop chutneys, just all add to the experience of our hog roast. Most hog roasts are simply focused on pork in a bread roll to take away and eat, but additional sales can be achieved through making a plated meal of pork, and it may be that this presentation is more suited to your particular event.
So while Matt's just finishing off the salads, let's just see what the final probe is. Okay, so that's in the quarter of the thickest part of the leg, and we're actually 76 at this end. That's spot on. So our pig is nicely cooked. Okay, Matt, you want to just turn that off? Excellent. So if you just pull the bayonet back, and then we'll lift it. Okay, now we've got that into position. We just put the drip tays in. Best thing now is just let that rest for the next 15 minutes, and that'll be just perfect. So what we're looking for now is to carve this into nice even portions, and basically to get the best portion control from the pig. So nice even slices. You can see here we're going through the loin section, and then I'm working my way back into the ham. Any of the small bits that fall off, we're catching those again into the tray, because those can be served with the tongs going nicely onto the buns. And now we're ready to serve our hog roast to our customers.
What can I get you, girls?
Can I have a soft roll, please?
Such a fantastic situation, you know, summer's night, and the food looks tremendous.
I think they're fantastic. Very nicely slayed on.
What can I get you?
Can I have some pork, please?
Of course you can. Yes, as you can see, we've halfway through our pig. Yeah, it's fantastic. Just need to look around and just see the success of hog roast.
I've been to a few of these things, and they're very good. I've always enjoyed the meat. It's been wonderful, and you get a lot of it as well. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm starving actually.
So I guess in conclusion, we've had a cracking day. The pig cooked well. How do you feel it went?
It's gone really well. We've got a crowd of people enjoying a successful hog roast. Really important. Go around, check all your customers, make sure they're happy with the hog roast. Had a great day, Viv. Really enjoyed your company.
And I guess on the agenda now is another one pretty soon.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Well done, Matt.
Thank you. Think 5 Ps for your event. Plan the event well. Promote your event in advance. Position the hog roast so as to raise maximum customer interest. Provide good quality bread, condiments, and possibly salads. Price your event to include the cost of the oven, gas, bread, condiments, as well as your margin, all of which will lead to profit from pork.